Türkiye Cumhuriyeti Cumhurbaşkanlığı Yatırım Ofisi paneli ve başlığımız son derece önemli. Türkiye'de turizmin geleceği. Hep diyoruz ki müthiş bir potansiyel var, genç nüfusumuz var, doğal zenginliklerimiz var, aynı zamanda muhteşem tesislerimiz var, hizmet sektöründe çok iyiyiz. Peki bunu nasıl potansiyele dönüştürebiliriz? Bu potansiyeli nasıl performansa dönüştürebiliriz? Biraz bunlardan bahsedeceğiz. Çok da önemli konuklarımız var bu panelde bizlere eşlik etmek üzere. Öncelikle Türkiye Cumhuriyeti Cumhurbaşkanlığı Yatırım Ofisi Kıdemli Danışmanı Sayın Murat Özdemir'i davet etmek istiyorum. Kendisi panelimizin moderatörü olarak geliyorlar. Hoş geldiniz. Buyurunuz efendim. Ve konuşmacılarımız Jonathan Crook, Peninsula Otel İstanbul'un genel müdürü. Mr. Crook, welcome to the stage. Thank you, sir. Oliver Dorchuk, CEO Demarin. Welcome to our panel. Thank you very much for your cooperation. Ve Akkor CEO Sayın Yiğit Sezgin geliyor. Bravo efendim, hoş geldiniz. Buyurunuz. Efendim size iyi paneller diliyorum. Merakla ve heyecanla ve keyifle sizleri dinliyor olacağız. Sizlere de iyi seyirler.
Mikrofon. Good morning, everyone, dear presidents, executive committee members, distinguished guests, media representatives, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the very first panel of the TIF 2022. First of all, I would like to thank all members of the Turkish Tourism Investors Association, supporters, sponsors, and the partners who made such a timely event possible after a 2-year hiatus throughout the pandemic. I'm Murat Özdemir. I'm the senior advisor at the investment office, also known as Invest in Türkiye. We are the proud sponsor, host of this panel titled The Future of Tourism Investments in Turkey. I have very esteemed panelists from a variety of subsectors with different backgrounds. First of all, I would like to brief you about my organization, the Investment Office, which was founded in 2007, back then under the Prime Ministry. Right now, we are directly reporting to the Presidency, fully funded by Presidency. Our headquarters is in Ankara. We have a larger office in Istanbul, and we have around 20 satellite offices globally. We are sector agnostic. We are assisting all sorts of international investment projects in Turkey, regardless of the origin or the sector. But obviously, tourism constitutes an important chunk of projects in our portfolio. Since the inception, we have covered more than 200 tourism investment projects in Turkey in the last 14-15 years. And right now, we are overseeing more than 20 ongoing projects, international investment projects in Turkey in tourism. Our mandate is twofold. We are promoting Turkey's investment opportunities among the global business communities, as well as directly assisting international investors throughout their project life cycle, from the origination even after the completion of the projects. We cater a variety of services with dedicated sectoral teams and project teams. So before we start, I just also would like to brief you about the flow of the panel today. We will have 2 rounds. In the first round, since I'm not making any formal introductions, I will allow all of my panelists to inform you about who they are, what they do, and respond my first question, which is going to be a general question for all of them. And in the next round, I will have specific questions for their current portfolio, current domain. So probably without further ado, I should start from my immediate left, from Jonathan. What are the repercussions of the COVID-19 for the tourism industry, tourism investments in general, and how do you see the future? What are the key priorities of your growth strategy post-pandemic in Turkey in particular and globally in general?
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Murat. Thank you very much for inviting me to this stage, and also thank you for TIF for organizing this event today. It's a great honor to be here, and a great honor to be representing Peninsula Hotels for the first time in such a setting here in Istanbul. Just allow me, first of all, I'm the managing director of the new property being developed. And just to give you a little background, first of all, on Hong Kong, Shanghai Hotels, which is our mother company as such. We have a very strong history of excellence, of hospitality and real estate development since 1866. And that, in fact, makes us the longest serving, continually operating hospitality company in the world. We're very much blessed to have the majority ownership of the Kadoorie family, who is one of Asia's largest philanthropic families. And in fact, they have an investment here from the 1920s at the Balat Hastanazi, the hospital, which they built several wings back there. So there's a real connection already with Istanbul and Peninsula Hotels, which is important. The brand name of Peninsula actually was not born until 1928, when the Peninsula Hong Kong was built, and was built with the intention to create a grand landmark city hotel. And that's really been the focus of our investments over the period of time. And now we have 10 hotels globally, in Hong Kong, Tokyo, Beijing, Bangkok, Manila. In the United States, we have properties in Beverly Hills, Chicago, and my last property in New York. And in Europe, we opened in Paris several years ago. And next will be the Peninsula Istanbul, followed by the Peninsula London. So we're very blessed to be here. As a company, the pandemic has, as you mentioned, has really been challenging for all sectors, but especially for hotel operators. And luckily, we're involved with an organization which has a very long-term vision in its developments and a long-term belief in its people, and they sustain the hotels throughout, and as with many of our partners as well, throughout the last couple of years. This, of course, has affected the ability to invest and grow further, and we have a very strong guidance in regards of how we develop our hotels. We're looking for partners which have very similar long-term vision in their developments, looking for a value creation through holding prime real estate, and at the same time being in a international gateway city, which Istanbul is, of course, and being in a location which provides that opportunity. That speaks to Istanbul, and as we look forward, that's happening in London as well, on the corner of Hyde Park Corner. And as we look to other properties and developments, we're very slow and methodical, because we like to have ownership of the property or work in hand with a similarly like-minded partner as well.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Thank you.
So Oliver, it's your turn. How do you see the growth in post-pandemic era, and what are your key priorities?
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure being here. I truly believe that people, especially in the hospitality industry, make the difference. And so you need to gather the people in one place, have the discussion, have the right brains together, and then something unique will be created. That's for sure.
By the way, please also introduce the D Marine, what you do in Turkey.
I will. But this was for me my pleasure being here. I'm now CEO of D Marine. I have done several other jobs in the hospitality industry. It is good to see some very familiar faces from my past here. D Marine runs and operates marinas, 16 marinas, no, 15 currently, hopefully 16 in the near future. 3 in Turkey, 4 in Croatia, 3 in Greece, 4 in Dubai, and 1 in Montenegro. So we perceive ourselves as a marina operator which operates in the premium marina segment. I will come to this later, what I mean with a premium marina segment, because we talk about investments here, and it's a lot about investing in a premium marina environment. We are owned by CVC, but we have a strong Turkish heritage. It was owned, founded, and the strategy was set by the Doge Group, which we still carry in us. This is something we would like to preserve as well, because we see always ourselves as a very local company. Our priorities for the next 3 to 5 years, number 1 is definitely we want to double or triple the size of marinas we are currently running. We would like to create a pan-Mediterranean network. So we are currently more in the Eastern Mediterranean side, but of course we would like to also acquire and buy marinas in Italy, Spain, and other countries. Specifically for Turkey, I would be more than happy to invest more, double or triple the size of the marinas in the very near future. I truly believe in the potential of the Turkish country as a destination in itself. And the second part is, when I look at the sector, there's a lot of digitalization which needs to happen. This effortless interaction with the customer experience, to really delight the customers. And we all work with smartphones, and I think when you look at how the processes in the marina area are, they can still be a lot improved, and we are investing there also around more than double-digit millions in euros just in the systems and the digitalization part. And the third priority is definitely what I was hinting already. It is, we believe we are a local company, so we want to be a very good corporate citizen of the local community. The corporate social responsibility in all these aspects is definitely in the top three priorities for the next 3 to 5 years. So it is growing the network, connecting the different marinas together, digitalization, number 2, and 3, be really a good corporate citizen.
Oh, thanks so much. Yiğit Bey, thanks for coming from Dubai. I believe you are based in Dubai. And please also brief about Accor Hospitality as well as your insights about the growth strategy post-pandemic. What are we expecting?
First of all, allow me to say good morning to everybody. I'm glad to be back in Turkey as always. Now that Dubai is more hot, I'm much more glad to be back, and I'm also looking forward to go down to Dimaris as soon as possible. Well, also, you know, I'm honored to be a part of the Doge partners here together. I am the Chief Commercial Officer of Accor Hospitality Group. I'm going to try to make it as fast as possible. We are over 5,300 hotels today, all around the world. Apart from North America, we are the largest hotel operator in the world, in South America, in Europe, in Asia Pacific, Middle East and Africa. It's a very diversified organization. We have 42 brands to offer to our customers, almost 230,000 employees, and a pipeline of over 1,200 hotels. This year, we are projecting to open 300 hotels. It's almost a hotel a day that we are going to be opening. I would like to jump in as fast as possible to pandemic. We learned a lot. World evolved. There is a lot of digitalization. I would say digitalization on steroids. Maybe that's the right word to talk about. You know, suddenly we, put a doping in the back of digitalization. In 2 years, our almost 50% business is today online, and that's the reflection of pandemic. We are very much investing on all-inclusive, together with Ferit Bey, together with Fettah Bey, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. Somebody said it, made it say it. Yeah, with Fettah Bey, as you may know, we have already acquired 70% of Rixos Hospitality, and now we have all-inclusive that we have launched in IHIF in Berlin to the world. We will be going out there with 6 of our brands: Swisshotel, Sofitel, Pullman, Fairmont, Rixos, and you're going to be seeing us around developing Accor, Live Limitless, all-inclusive hotels on different segments. And then the other big thing that we are focusing at the moment is lifestyle. It's a very big difference compared to normal hotels. We see almost 25–30% better RevPAR and revenues and EBITDAs in lifestyle hospitality. So we are fastly developing that together with quite a large fund, mainly focused on Central Europe at this moment in time. So we see a quite traction. Meanwhile, I also would like to give you a good news because I was asking my team to give me some figures. So RevPAR, for the ones who doesn't know, it means revenue per available room. We take the total amount of room revenue and divide that into total number of rooms instead of number of sold rooms, which gives us the unit price. In 2019, which we take as the base to our business, Accor has done 64 euros of RevPAR. Unfortunately, we dipped down on 2020 to 30 euros. In 2021, we come close back to 2019, which was 58 euros. And now we have 4 months actual, and the rest is forecast. We're going up to 81. So the good news is we're back in business in Turkey. I'm glad to say that even though the Russia and Ukraine crises are there, and the pandemic is not 100% recovered, but Turkey did, and that's a great news. Thank you.
Thanks so much. So for the second round, I will have some specific questions for each panelist, mostly about their recent projects. Jonathan, you relocated to Istanbul last January as the managing director for the Peninsula Hotels in Turkey, and you are overseeing the project, the hotel in Istanbul, which you said that expected to be completed by mid-February next year. So you have a quite strict timeline. Wish you all the best. So what will be unique about the Peninsula Istanbul?
No pressure, Jonathan, no pressure.
What can investors, what can visitors expect there after the completion?
Well, first of all, I mean, we're extremely blessed by this project. We respect very much the location we have. We're blessed to have some wonderful partners with the Doge Group and Bilgili Holdings, and this Galata Port project, which is sort of mushroomed and really reinventing obviously the cruise business, but also as a destination for local Istanbul, and how it's beginning to position our own hotel, which is at the end of this on the Bosphorus, which is it's just over 2 kilometers of frontage. We have just about 130 meters of it at the far end next to the Galata Bridge. We're inheriting these incredible 3 heritage buildings in an area which has basically been off access from the public for many years, or hundreds of years actually, and these beautiful 3 buildings which we've totally dismantled, actually building 2, which is the old terminal building, and building it back in line with the heritage foundation, and just making sure that we respect the neighborhood. And we want to be, we're an Asian hospitality company, but we respect our hosts, and we We want the hotel to be extremely Turkish in its feeling, and bring many representations of the culture, the history, and the warmth of the people into the property, which is key. It's 177 keys altogether. We have the 3 buildings, and we're building a 4th building, which will be our ballroom, which connects straight through to the water, and some spectacular suites on top of it. And on top of that, a herb garden, which will be part of our sustainability efforts, and help provide some of the produce to our signature rooftop restaurant, which will be taking on, which we'll announce shortly, a very well-known local chef to run that. And then otherwise, we'll have a signature spa, an outdoor swimming pool, and beautiful gardens, which we're working with a garden designer out of Switzerland, Enea, who's put something quite special together. We really want to be in symbiosis with the Galataport project and be another destination for Istanbulites to enjoy this unique piece of frontage in many ways.
Thank you. Actually, probably some of you may know, Mrs. Kruk is also Turkish. She's from Izmir, so Jonathan has lots of other reasons to...
a lot of personal reasons as well. Yes.
Good guy.
But I'm enjoying being here. Thank you.
Yeah, nice to hear. So, Oliver, as you mentioned during our short conversation prior to the event, Turkey is still an untapped market for the marinas. And despite recent investments in the last 10, 20 years, there's still a very, potential upside in many geographies surrounding Turkey. So how do you see the value of the sector and how Turkey is positioned, and what might be the innovative ways to expand the benefits of the sector in Turkey?
I joined from the tourism industry, the marina sector, and what is obvious that it is massively underestimated how strong the benefits of the marina sector are for the local government or the local economy and for the total economy. I think it has to do, the sector is highly fragmented. You don't have this one strong voice. So we heard other brand names, and you have definitely 2 very strong brand names and 2 strong voices. In the marina sector, you have many marinas which are singly owned. I think this is one issue where I think it is massively underestimated. We have done some studies in other countries, and the marina sector, when you define it in a good way, contributes up to 2% of the GDP. And it is not looked at. Normally, all the focus, and I know it from my past, goes to the airlines and to the hotel sectors and the online players. This is where all the logic of a country looks to. When I think about this premium marina and the whole ecosystem, and when you look at the benefits, of course, you have this core berthing of a boat, the safety, security, the capex, the instruction, the construction. But then you have immediately a second ring around it, without a marina, which you don't have. Roughly 10% of a boat purchase price is spent every year on maintenance and cleaning. This requires local companies who provide these services. And the third is when it comes, a third cycle around, is a third ring, a third level, is around the F&B and the retail you can provide in a marina. So in many places where it is done in a very good way, you see the marina becomes a destination in itself for people arriving with a boat, and these are definitely high purchase power individuals, and of course for other tourists who enjoy being in this night boating, relaxing atmosphere. And these 3 circles provide a lot of benefit to the local economy. It provides jobs, it provides jobs for small and medium sized enterprises. So this is what is really where the value is created in these 3 cycles. When I look for Turkey in specific, it it is amazing. You have this beautiful nature. You have all these yachting grounds. You have this hospitality where Turkey always scores highest in the world. You have this food was mentioned in the minister's speech before. Your food is amazing. Your cultural heritage is amazing. So you have so many ingredients which are perfect for the yachting sector. And I think when you look very detailed now, how many marinas are fulfilling this three-circle approach and managing this, then I think there's an opportunity to upgrade marinas to this premium marina level, and then you will see immediately millions which are coming to the country. Looking at our marinas and the customer structure, it is great when I put it on the positive side. A lot of Turkish customers are in our marinas. So yachting has a very good place in the Turkish society. But on the flip side, you can also argue in other countries, we have much more customers from Germany, UK, Austria, Switzerland, Hungarian, Polish people. And I think there is a chance where the Turkish marina sector can definitely grow. When you have the sales network, when you are present at boat shows, then you can attract boats which fill up these premium marinas. And describing this effortless customer interactions, customers wanted to be sure that the boat is secured, that the boat is safe. So we have all this sensor technology, how easy it is to provide for a customer your boat is safe after a storm. I think there are a lot of services which come all down to this artificial intelligence, direct customer interaction, where you need, again, scale. So for me, it feels like the whole industry is really at a tipping point where a lot of innovation will come in the next 3 to 5 years. And this in itself will make a country stronger, attract foreign money, and the foreign money is spent in the country. And this is where I believe the benefit should be and could come from.
Yeah, it's also key for sustainability in the long run.
Exactly.
It's also a key pillar of that.
Very true.
So Yiğit Bey, Accor Hospitality is a prominent group with very prestigious brand names for the tourism industry in general. But also you are well known for designing new innovative programs, products, or experiences, how you may define. So one of the most recent one is Lifestyle Loyalty Program. How do you define that, and what are your key parameters for defining such a program, and how it fits to Turkish tourism industry in terms of creating new value to the industry?
I mean, as I've said before, we got 42 hotel brands, and you know, we continue to acquire in the last 4 years, and then you come to a stage and you can't manage these brands separately. You need to create another added value, and for that reason, we put our strategy for the loyalty program and moved from Le Club Accor, which is very French, to Accor Live Limitless. It was a little bit of unfortunate timing when we launched it, because just in the beginning of 2020, we had COVID, and this is the time approximately we have launched it. For the ones that who would remember or who still remembers, we have the Paris Saint-Germain t-shirt which says Accor Live Limitless. That's our loyalty program, which I continuously challenge, because a lot of people doesn't understand what it means, only understands that it is an Accor, okay, but what is it? Anyway, so we have 42 brands, and we needed to make sure that we create, first of all, an ecosystem where we are pulling everybody and all the power of these brands in one place due to the fact of the digitalization. We've already seen it, and as I said, pandemic gave a steroid to it. So that ecosystem doesn't only provide hotel rooms to our customers, because that's not what today's customers are looking after. They're looking after experiences. They would like to make sure that they're collecting their points when they come and stay in our hotels, and they also would like to make sure that their journey is very comfortable while they're doing that. They go through the app, they make a reservation as fast as possible. I believe today one of our number one competition is Booking.com, and the reason for that is because they got a very fast and an accurate ecosystem and a guest journey. So we're trying to be like that. You collect your points, then we have a lot of partners. One of my dear friends, Abdülkerim Çay, is here from Turkish Airlines today. We have shook hands with Turkish Airlines. We will be the first company to do cross-reward program with Turkish Airlines here. We have a partnership with Zorlu. You can collect your points and go to the Zorlu Performance Center and watch the shows there. We are the main sponsor of AEG, which is world's largest concert management company. For example, I'm taking my daughters to Billie Eilish concert on the 11th of June in Hyde Park in London. Then you can do that, with your points. We also have the same partnership with IMG. We have the largest portfolio of airlines for partners. And then also, we currently developing another lifestyle loyalty activity. Right now, we're about to launch our membership program, like Soho House has, for our lifestyle brands, sooner rather than later. So you will be able to purchase cards and get certain benefits. So it's a vast amount of activities and an ecosystem. How does that translate to Turkey or to our investors? I would say the gap was coming close. When I was sitting with the investors, they're asking me, okay, what are you bringing to the table today? I can do almost everything that you do by connecting to Booking.com and so on and so forth. So apart from the brand. So there's a lot of pressure on franchise management. And what we, together with the loyalty program and our digitalization, I think we open the gap back again. Our target is to go up to 70% through system contribution. That's what we call it. So you would be able to get, when I go to the investors, I would be able to commit to them and say, okay, plug in to us and I will give you your business through online and loyalty programs and all our systems, almost 70%. That's the translation of the loyalty program into investors. Same for Turkey, no different. We're very strong here. We have almost 670,000 loyalty members in Turkey and 70 million loyalty members in the world. Obviously, there are a lot of different ways we are able to communicate with them and talk to them. And we have a CRM investment today of almost $250 million, working with the best two, Salesforce and Adobe. So one of them in the front end and one of them in the back end. So I almost know all our members, where do they like to go, which brands they're more affiliating themselves with, and we do our marketing and activities and digital activities accordingly.
Thanks so much. Very, very informative. So we have 5 more minutes, and I can take a 1 or 2 questions from the audience if you like. Otherwise, I will wrap up. Any questions? No questions.
I will add something
Sure.
for Jonathan. I'm not sure I'm going to do the same mistake and get married the 3rd time, but if I do that, I'm definitely doing it in the Peninsula Istanbul, which has got definitely the most beautiful ballroom in the world, I think.
Thank you for the... Thank you for the endorsement.
So before wrapping up, we as the investment office is trying to bring quality international investment projects to Turkey. Quality means creating more value, high quality employment, technology transfer, new and innovative projects, probably creating new ecosystems like marinas. Those all panelists, future projects, future investments are perfectly fitting our mandate and our priorities as well. Thanks. I would like to thank all of them joining us. Oliver came from Athens. Yiğit Bey came from Dubai. Jonathan is a newcomer to Istanbul. Thanks so much. So thank you all of you guys to joining us today. And hopefully you will have a very productive event, very pleasant day and very interesting conversations during the rest of the day. And hopefully we won't have such a break in the future, and this event will continue regardless of any interruptions in the future. Thanks so much.
Biz de size çok teşekkür ediyoruz. Lütfen inmeyiniz. Hep birlikte hem bir aile fotoğrafı çekelim hem de Türkiye Cumhuriyeti Cumhurbaşkanlığı Yatırım Ofisi'nin bir videosu var. Bu arada onu seyretmek istiyoruz. Lütfen videoyu girersek videomuzu izleyelim. Şöyle, can you please for the family picture? Thank you very much. Evet, bu arada Sayın Oya Narin'i davet etmek istiyorum sahneye. Evet, bu arada 2 tane de ödülümüz var. Bugünün anısına Sayın Burak Dağlıoğlu'nu davet etmek istiyorum. Evet, Mina Hanım. Mina Hanım. Bir saniye arkadaşlar. Evet Mina Hanım, çok teşekkür ediyoruz. Ve bir ödülümüz de Yiğit Sezgin'e, Akfor Grubu CCO'su. Hem de kendileri bizim ana sponsorumuz. Buyurunuz, çok teşekkür ediyoruz. Sürdürülebilirlik adına bundan sonra sürdürülebilirlik temalı bu güzel ödülü takdim ettik. Yiğit Bey'e de çok teşekkür ediyoruz. Buyurun.
Bu senenin sonunda tekrar eden plastiği bütün otellerimizden kaldırıyoruz. 5500 otel.
Oo, harikasınız. Harikasınız Yiğit Bey.